I just wanted to make a quick short video here of how I do my designs and using SketchUp. So this is my next house that I'm doing a design for. I just downloaded this information off of the auditor site, so you guys have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing. This main building is the living space, and this A1 is the garage. The rest of the stuff is porches, which I won't really go into on design at the moment. But so I'm going to click over here to SketchUp, which is what I use, and I'll get started making my design and show you how that works. So first off, I need to make 62 by 26 rectangle. So 62 feet by 26 feet. And then I need to add my garage area. So then the way SketchUp works is it's best to keep things in layers and groups so you can shut them on and off. So this little first sketch, I always make what's called a group, and then I make a layer called base, and I move this group to that layer so that it can be turned on and off just by this little check mark. So this layer doesn't do a whole lot other than give me the background that I start on. So then from here, I'll start building out my living space with all my wall framing in it from that base layer. So here we can make an offset for our brick and wall framing, and then we just make that 8 foot tall. So now we have a little design of our first floor. And so I make this a group and make a layer for it, which I call first floor, if I can spell. So then, since that's the exact same footprint of the basement as well, I can just copy this to the basement, make another layer for the basement, and move it to that layer. So that allows me to turn the basement on and off, first floor on and off, if I have everything set up correctly. Okay, so then we'll make our garage. Let me delete these little lines that aren't needed. So then from here, we'll make our garage. Oh, messed up. Our garage and our garage wall framing. We don't need this wall because it shares it, so I'll just make a couple lines, delete this one out. Make that a group, and I add it to the first floor so that it shuts on and off with the first floor layer. So now I can get rid of this base because I don't really need it to make any more drawings, but I can do the first floor. And so what I like to do at this point is actually go around and add some color to everything, just so the materials look a little better of what uh, is realistic to the house. This house is a brick house. Um, So I like to do this just because it helps, like I said, make everything look a little more realistic. Um, so that's that. Now I will make the roof layer, which this one's a little bit trickier to do, but still not that bad. So this house has 12-inch overhangs. The roof is 5 foot off the ceiling height. So now we have our peak. Make this a group and we'll give it a little siding color here. Then I can copy this over to there. Now we can make the peak of the roof by dragging, well, maybe if I can get it to work. Dragging that part up. So now we'll give the roof a little bit of a pattern as well. I will make a layer for our roof to be on so that it can be turned on and off easily. Then I can make the roof layer for the garage. Well, first, let me make the gable on the garage end. And then I can make the peak for the garage. Oh. Add the siding. And then I can change the layers of everything to add them so they shut on and off with the roof. So that's pretty much our house outline. I can turn the roof, first floor, and then at this point what I like to do is simulate where the floor joists are. I know on this job that we have a beam running down the center of the basement. Move it down to give enough room for our floor joists in here. I'm making the floor joists 2x10s. I'm not really sure until I go back to the house and measure what they are, but this gives me a little bit of an idea of what to work with here. So I'll make one joist at the edge of the house and then turn it into a group that I can copy. And so I'll copy them every 16 inches. Made a little too many copies here, but once I get to this little section that's bumped in, I need my joist to be a little bit smaller, so I will make a smaller one, and then I can copy the smaller one. Ah. Every 16 inches. Now I'll make a group out of these so that they can also be turned on and off. And I will also make a layer called joists and move those to that layer. So now those can be turned on and off. And so that's essentially it. I will have to go back to the house and get all the window dimensions and things, as well as the interior room dimensions, which I do not get until I know that I have the job. But that is as simple as it is to make at least the outline of the house. There's also some other cool things that you can do. It will give you volume and square footage of different things by selecting them. So for example, I can select this floor area and we can see that internal is about 1,300 square foot house right here. So I hope that helps show you guys a little bit of how I do it. That took me about 15 minutes. Thanks for watching.